good number, and then we take that down to there-ish. That seems good. No. There you go. That's more like it. Live goodie. Keep that up there. Und this one here, perfect. Yeah, there we go. And welcome everybody to... Oh yeah. So welcome everyone back to Trigger Happy Havoc. And we're gonna continue on in chapter 2. And we just witnessed our fourth murder? It's the second case. The second murder trial. And we're gonna start the investigation. I left it off last time right before we started. I haven't heard anything from Morales for a little while, so I'm pretty sure he's asleep. And I see a little buggeroo. I think this bug is too small for my zapper. As in, it's just gonna fly through the thing, because I have a cheap zapper. Oh, come on, go above the screen so I can see you. Yeah, no, it just went right through. I can't stop this one, I think. I'm lucky if I'm able to. But okay, yeah. So, we just got in here. We did read the autopsy, didn't we? It's not the thing I wanted. Actually... You know what? Is there anything... Oh. Dead. Chihiro. Oh, Chihiro. Wait. 41 kills. Oh, so tiny. Excuse me. That's not something we need to know. What? I know we need to work together to get out of here, but I feel like I'm weighing everyone down. Oh, okay, that's just a little piece of information about her. It's nothing about her. I haven't spent time with her. People worry about what they might lose. Already lost. Okay. Well, it's not gonna be anything interesting here. F2. Okay, no, wait, it's fine. Let's just start checking out here. Let's see. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handwork. Oh, but
What?
But we're still not sure who did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Oh, what a strange poster. Poster got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. You're not gonna question why ladies have this in their ward in this. Okay. I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you don't if you think about it, she could have been killed elsewhere, somewhere else, and then carried here. She was very light, that is true. But it wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I still think she came here on her own, by choice. Sakura, what makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night and trained in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Nice. Sakura's account? No. Yeah. I'm added to the Truth and Bullet station. This is a little nice little murder weapon. There's a dumbbell on the floor and it's a bloodstain. There's bloodstain on the dumbbell. The medical file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon? I forgot this guy is our teammate now for today. Oh my god, Atlas's paws are hanging down from the thing. I can't. I want to touch him. I want to take him on my paws. But I'm wondering if it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbells. I'm gonna do the truth section. Talk to you, Mondo. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to do is to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. I'm just turning into everyone else. Because of Chihiro's complex, I can't help wondering what it might be. You don't, but I know. Honest account has been. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. Already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. You can say that much. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's not fun if you don't figure. It's no fun if you don't, right? Huh? Okay, this thing. Someone heard something. Maybe the gun was used to it. Nah, it's impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. Huh? Is he gonna about that? It's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Come on! I know crucial evidence! Let me through! Okay, I don't think this is something, but plan on it. I don't think this is related. Yeah, I had a feeling I would get a coin. Back up to 69. There's a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf. Oh, nothing. I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take that up with Monokuma. If he said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated? It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Well, it's just about the card reader. Yes, the I got a message. I realized it's awake. Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
I'm being late.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist in the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibited anyone from lending someone else's their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Yeah, he answered that one himself. So then, that means only girls can go into the locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Shihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Shihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there. As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning the handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're threatening me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Treating. Now then, since the dead can actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things. Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that it's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So, So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like him and get your poop together. You can't say shit? Come on, dude. Or else I'd charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest on your own damn self. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, you know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader. What? We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure that out for myself? What? Mailbox? Mailbox? What's the mailbox there? Something inside? It's an e-handbook. No wait, there are 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. I even looked there myself, but no. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students gets delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belongs to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. Immediately turn on one of the handbooks, and when I did, Sayaka for sure. You're right. This is her handbook. Now, do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it now. Yeah. We just read that. I'm not gonna... I see. Yeah, now I understand. I'm just checking if that's actually what is up to you. You can't respond in a sentence that has a question asked that he actually needs to write more than one letter. Help. The main hall e-handbooks have been added to your truth. Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook's shown Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right? It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. How did he forget? That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concorded? A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault. Me, hey.
Making me angry. Now I'm really angry.
What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial. Integral, instrumental, and it's a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and is waterproof at 100% for up to 100 meters. Okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with. It would not do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. Something landed on my leg. Oh, it's a ball. It does?
I can't hear you.
But that's secret! I wouldn't want you to go break it. Any more handbooks? Why would I? We need them. And Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what the weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think this handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging there, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on. Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't really matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay, so the boys' locker room thing is broken. Possibly sabotaged. Okay, then this should be enough to get this thing rolling. Ugh, hiccups. Let's begin our investigation in Earnest? Oh my god. And track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact. Not quite. Huh? Not quite? What? Huh? Turning on the sound on my phone just in case. something like that, to be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody left, nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And that nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer. Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be that demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But where's my little right now? I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. And that is... What do you mean by that? No. Okay. I have a... basically that... I guess one of those. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will prove all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is one of the killer. That's something like that. Oh, hey you two. In big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time.
We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me. What? Please, you gotta... Yeah, just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency. Yeah, what is it? An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. No, I mean, she was pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do?
Very strange.
This is Toko. I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that would be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looked like she headed towards the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Okay. Celeste, I don't know where she is. Okay, well, I'll find it. I took her inside some kind of emergency. Oh my god, Hina! You guys are just so slow! I think you're just too fast. So, what's the emergency? After all, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After all, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, he was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should talk to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. You should talk to her. I'm so short. My god. Hello. How short am I? It's like a... Might as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Oh my god. Oh, she's in the normal. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you pulling yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. Something like that, I remember, yeah. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down the door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other end. I couldn't even budge it. Taka was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as he? Does she think that the serial killer genocide Jack is really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko is so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Hey, buddy. Hey, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you... No, don't say that! Stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments. Hey.
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're so annoying. Ah!
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Deck have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even he could pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's go back to the investigation. But hold on! Hey, what was Taka talking about just now? Something about a promise? Hmm? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then. Yep. Without waiting for a reply, he sped away. Hey! And I heard to catch up. Am I going back? I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards the destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. I guess I'm gonna talk to you. Is this evidence that proves it was just Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Eh. The PC is gone. What happened to the PC? Okay, well, I guess we're checking bookshelf. No clues. Okay. Never mind. Desk. Okay. Unfortunate events. Knock it off. Does not matter right now. I don't know, you tell me. The screen? Yeah, no, nothing either. I don't know, there's nothing. Hey, buddy.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, let's just, why not? Let's check again. Not there. Not there. Not the desk. Not the lamp. There's nothing else I can check here. Okay. It's the echo, right? Right on the inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
This is, just take me to the right place. Come on. Oh, there's so many books and files. And so much dust.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay, I agree on that one. Oh, that's a camera. That's not interesting. Hello. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges on the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord. Extortion cord. Yes, exactly. Plug it in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extortion cord, huh. Extension! Lamp! It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, that's the same one I saw him using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with the lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over here. There, so I thought I'd put it back. Put it to good use. Okay, so that's not... Stuff with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh? That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at that? Look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. Sounds like a good idea. The file is stuffed into the shelves. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? Diet? No, I mean the ones with real powers, the secret council, controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared? For it? Take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Bookshelf behind you. There's tons of thick files stuff in the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents, for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? I am. The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, and things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right? That's your guy's problem. That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. Huh. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like this are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually presents, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Punches. You don't pull your punches, do you? What? I don't know what that means. Besides, what do you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But that makes you think your own common sense applies to me. What What makes you think that your comments applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you read all these documents on more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of our family have access to any variety there we go, of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible? I already told you there is a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real things. This is beyond believing or not believing. He's actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through the reports have always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was a kid. I have listened, usually not cold cases, but I also like listen to like summed up stories of police investigations and like what actually happened and how they figured stuff out and whatnot. It's really fascinating, but then again, that's not for kids. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As I talked, he grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allowing me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in the Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene the word bloodlust is written with the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same way what happened to Hiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic is where the victims are suspended. The only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victims. Now, if you can recall Shihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
In other words,
The culprit isn't the copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. Well,
in other words,
that's right where... That's right there it... That's right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. That then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal fiendish killer really is walking around among us? Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I have already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Oh, please, master. About the case files. Can you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. You hand me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scenes of each crime had been collected. And the name of Genocide Jack's victim ran on for several pages. Yeah. I'm not. This is 22, 17, 23, 14, 30. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. I'm pretty sure it's this one, but I know there's some secret about someone else. I'm confused. Because I can't remember if someone is... I don't know. Some secrets were leaked, and that caused something to happen. I think this one is teamwork, if I remember correctly. Now look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. Next page. Yeah. Following results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time of the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that this suspect may be a student. Evidence suggesting that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness had never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reasons for this. This confused behavior suggests the suspect may suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. But I'm part of another totally unbelievable story, so I'm part. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up to now. Or maybe it's real isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind is going numb. I forgot to change my title. Dangan. Just a Jack file.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Where are we going? And we were here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait! As usual, he turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. So, just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forwards on your own.
Goodbye.
And just like that, he was gone. Just as quick as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some play thing getting tossed around. At the same time, I uncovered some really important clues that, thanks to him. Turns out that Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find it out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. To go back to the scene of the crime. The girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful when I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Back I go. What? Yes. Yes. My throat is already being tired. No, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going into the boys' room. I should talk to him. Oh my god. Well, looky here. Oh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Carpet. I don't think... That was the door. Okay. Oh. Might be. Just... Nah, it's nothing there. Hello. Discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if
Another stat increased for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will seal the killer's breath from his lungs. Steal. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Lunenburg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too. Lunenburg, really? What did she see? Wait, is that Celeste? She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? Where? The warehouse by the dorms, but she was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Sure, let's find Celeste. No. I'm not allowed. Fine. Dead body sponsing. Can I just... The big swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right. There definitely is something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there was a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there was a poster of a big-breasted swimming suit model. Could the poster have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would that be? Yes, thank you. Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. 2 locker room posters have been added to the bulletin. Yes. Hello. Hey, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking, but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Wow.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
So then,
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
And that's it. I'll be praying for your success. In fact, she left and turned and left the girls' locker room. Guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Hey, you've seen the poster in the men's locker room, right? That had a real complex about being weak. Oh. This is the same. Okay, nothing new. Hello! I think you've switched places. Spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys' and the girls' locker room could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any Pay attention to the posters. I see. But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have a protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyways, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain had disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, is it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain there to begin with. Comparing stain. We saw the stain in the boys' locker room! Some blood on the carpet. Okay, let's check the body. Can I touch you? Said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Well, let's see. His hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh. And this rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. Wait, why did our dearest friend, the blonde guy, say that his extension cord became suddenly really useful? I'm getting confused. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Jihdo's fatal injury was the blow to her the head, which means someone struck her on the head in order to kill her. That's right. Then there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. First, I didn't see any reasons to think much about it, either of them. And seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack's file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body. They weren't stabbed. Then again, it's easier to get a manual and scissors in here. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope has been used to suspend Chihiro. To figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit to look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack's guy's file just one more time. Okay, it's gonna be the same. Rope. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not gonna give me any more. Okay. Why not just check it out? That's a jack case. Yeah. Yeah, nothing else here. So to the library we go. Can I leave now, game? Thank you. Actually, let's go down first. Let's find Celeste. Warehouse. I don't remember where that was. Hello. Okay. Hey, buddy. Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Jada. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Okay. Fair. Yeah, that's not the way. Was here, right? Yeah. Celeste! And hello. What you doing? Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels. There's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case? I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well. I'll tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really? This was right before nighttime.
what are you doing out this late? Oh, I was just... Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks.
Hmm?
Well, I better get going.
Wait.
I'm kind of in a hurry.
Why, thanks. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stacking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken a rule, none of this would ever happen. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So, apparently she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which could mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Thanks, Celeste. She's adorable. I know she's gonna die, but... Okay. Actually, why not? No, let's just... No. Yeah, E-turn. I actually don't need the mouse. No, I need the mouse. Okay, let's go. Library. I thought that was a door to the exit. That's why I didn't. Hi, welcome back, Hydra. Long time no see. The desk lamp. Extension cord. It's empty. Extension cord was there before. We knew a cord was used to put her up. Okay, the file. Let's take the file out again. Why not? Okay, so, I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone? Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that... I can't think of anyone but him. He showed it to us. Why would you take it away? Okay, well, it's nothing here anymore then, I guess. Does this seem unplugged? The lamp! It was the secret all along. The lamp won't turn on. See, it's not plugged in. The lamp cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. He was using the extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... I knew it! Stuff. That's fine. No problem. I have my own stuff to deal with. I know. Well, actually now I have the least amount to do ever. Since I'm literally doing nothing. I want to press E to enter places, but I can't. Okay, I don't think anyone's there. Nope. Should we go back down and talk to Toko? Okay, so... Yeah, I'm missing... should we go... Let's just stop by here. Let's just stop by here and check the thing again. Actually, no, I want to see one thing. There's one thing I didn't check in here. Is there any bags? Can I check the lockers? No. Oh, no items left behind. Damn it. Okay. Girls' locker room. Oh, I should talk to him and say that she told me this stuff. Okay. Also some kind of rope. Oh, so, oh my god. Come on! Okay, can't check out the lockers here either. No, nothing. Yeah, I should talk to you again.
I see you.
Oh no, it's just the same. Okay, no, this is just the same. I don't actually know where to go now. I can check out the things there again, but I don't think that's gonna help me much at all. Huh. Let's talk to Hina. Nope, she's not here. Toko. Oh, okay. Where is everyone? Dining hall. Huh. Why is she in the dining hall? Interesting. Oh, Hina! Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm going to head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There are two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would like to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. I wonder why. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. I think it's kind of weird just to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex. I don't know. I'm usually pretty comfortable around the opposite sex. No, wait. Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? What? What is that supposed to mean? You think so? I never really saw us that kind of girl. Yeah. No, it's too early.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Please no.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Being the class trial or... It's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Just 'cause fun. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, there's no one here. Everyone left. I don't think there's anything else I could have seen. So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind? Oh, are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Kidding. I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nutjob? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Yep. I told him I didn't want to go, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible! So now everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle into the elevator and let's get the show on the road. I will see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Guys, his voice are gonna destroy my throat. I haven't even been alive for like more than an hour. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And the murderer is one of us. Someone's standing right here. Hello. You went off to do your own business.
Shall we go?
You had some stuff, you know. There's something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. Oh! Oh, wait, hold on. No, wait. Toko. There's something. It's something that's coming back to me. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. I'll uncover the villain who performed such hideous acts on a weaker individual. I guess I wasn't much help at all in this one. Ooh. Hello, and thank you for following. I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm so sorry. Well, welcome. You ready? We're doing this? I don't think... Hello.
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. It's got her so worked up. Sure, let's talk to you too. Fine. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? I'm not your bro, man. I'm not your bro, buddy. It's too my favorite. I'm so... I've seen the anime before, like, at least, like, 2 times. Or multiple times. But I cannot remember. I remember some things. But, I don't know. From the start, just everything becomes a blur. It's been too many years. And this is the perfect time for me to play this. I'm so, like, tempted to watch the anime again. But I'm gonna play this through first, so I don't get any spoilers. And no choice, right? You have to do this.
It's true.
I give a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaggy legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everything was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. But if I remember correctly, this is some, like, multiple people did the killing. I think? I can't remember. I know some things, but I've forgotten the killers. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unnafted? However, it continued to descend without hesitation until finally, I'm sorry, dyslexia. It came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Hi, I swear no English. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Some hinged toes? Hinged toes. Oh. No idea. Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. What? Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A dead judgment, a deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Yes, I do want to save, please. Please and thank you. Set skills. I didn't actually finish this thing last time. I already have that. I guess I didn't do my job last time. Training handbook? Okay, I don't think this is anything. No, this is just a recollection of what happened. Okay, let's get going. This is the good parts because here I don't need to speak, so I can tend to my voice.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver that fatal blow. You don't say! Locker room dumbbell. I'm playing on normal, I think.
It appears it was a head wound.
Yep.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. What kind of blunt instrument did it hit?
What? I answered your question! You think you have some proof that he said? Ah.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was according to the Monokuma file. What kind of blunt instrument? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, okay. Fine. I'm a little trigger happy.
Can we
What?
agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
Why did you just guess and pipe?
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that
It's
could
not
have
a clue.
caused that
Come
kind
on.
of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Did you lift it up
As
and...
far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Okay.
Looked at her head wound?
That's so creepy!
You're trying to find a murderer, guys.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer,
Poor Chihiro.
Genocide Jack.
Just Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the notes of debate. Oh my god, tell me about it. What is this new element? This debate lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your no, tab on auto, please. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attack this silencer with your, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. Right mouse button. So the no, this button. Okay. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim. Okay. Oh. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Okay. Mine is on normal, so I would get some. In case you can forget about the silence. Let's work on this situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. The Genocide Jack file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong.
I didn't see any white noise.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file
Monokuma.
while I was looking around the archive in the library.
I was given this file, rather.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than
Where
it's
else
worth.
would it be?
So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Food lust.
It's actually bloodlust.
Oh my gosh.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko. Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
What?
If I remember correctly, that's not a lie, but I don't think she was the killer. That's the thing.
Lidophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but it feels like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not to be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yeah. You already saw that. Hangman's Gambit. Oh wait, no. No. He... What? She hold on. Wait, what? Goddamn dyslexia. I just have to guess. It was me. That's most Makoto. Give it another shot, yeah.
I refuse to give up yet.
Also not to be Toko. Multiple people, right? S. It was B, right? C. Not T. Not B. H. O.
Now I understand.
What?
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable.
Mm.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Mm-hmm. One thing that shows Toko could have been split personality. Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
We're already gone through this, so I'm not gonna... My voice is parched.
Funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Oh, Legend said Jack have control. I drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Celeste.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story.
That was on her thing.
She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Murder trial. Girl.
Promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story.
Oh my god.
I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. Ah, true. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
They're
But
just
you
a little
weren't
desperate.
able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly launched backwards. Huge thought echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see? What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yeah, don't say.
Well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murder spin, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question? What's up? Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell
Sure
you,
would.
I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
And it's not true? Of course it's not true! How dare you try to hook me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself
I don't think
exposed.
Gems and Jack would have cared that much.
Interesting. Very, very, very
No.
interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit. But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion. Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this. Make your argument. Status of dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Nah.
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Refocus. Okay. I didn't think anything contradicted.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that...
When you compare your the modus operandi matches completely, what more proof do we need?
What?
Give it up. You killed her.
My heart's just doing so bad.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
I was thinking that, like,
Sorry, but
You say that, but
perhaps if you had an...
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches completely.
oh,
Proof do we need?
those are disturbances.
Give it up.
you killed her.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any...
Perhaps if you had an alibi. Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Oh, you don't know?
Sister versus blunt object.
Human garbage? Let me tell you!
She have her sisters with her.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional.
True.
And I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian
There's a lot of blood splatter everywhere here.
picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro's? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Clear difference. A photo from the other Genocide Jack cases, and then look at the neck and stomach. You see a clear difference.
I got it!
I have one heart left.
The cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Yes, that is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Please stop killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photo of the genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed right through their hands. Here you'll see a certain difference. Used to suspend her. Yeah, I'm getting hearts back.
The killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up.
That's the cord. Extension cord.
Well, in all the previous genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend her. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac.
Big Man? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each genocide Jack case. There's a pattern
Men?
there just waiting to be discovered.
I didn't read the names.
Literally plain as day. Why, I couldn't have
Also, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm screwed. Let's see. Some patterns are going to here I didn't fit in. If you look at the names of a victim, that you'll notice is. I think I figured out. Actually, no, kill Chihiro. Was her lover? She was a girl. Okay, I just really have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I can't hold it anymore. No, I'm still not. Excuse you. No, just don't let us get home. Yeah. I also brought more drink. It's because Cheeto's a girl.
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Yeah. These guys.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Little?
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Why?
What the hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it!
What? You killed gay guys?
Becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
True.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Sewing kit. One of the girls' things. Right?
Don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. Still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Yeah, I remember her waving scissors around.
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Reassuring.
I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side.
Oh, Duck will love it.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Gutter dogs.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
That's the part of that I remembered.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Well, it could only be you, buddy.
Yakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
That's what the game was made to point out, but I don't remember.
You'd already looked through the Genocide Jack files before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Togami?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
It makes sense because he knew about a lot of things.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
A couple of days ago?
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms. Very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, true. Huh? Suspicious? Since nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. Yeah, true.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Not too.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what he just said. There's a fly here. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the... There's too many elements. Next we're going to add something called Truth Flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. Wait, this memorized phrase can shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet with a spear from your truth cylinder. So I can kind of grab a sentence and use that as like a bullet. Oh, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or a contradiction in your load of truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weapon. Weak spot. Okay, specific flashback. Well, just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I'll say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so hold down. Wanna come up file 2?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
Oh, I understand.
What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
You could also have entered. Being a girl. Contradiction there. What? Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the...
That's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the...
There was no time. What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with
Ah.
you.
It's fine.
So, you said Byakuya, he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check...
That's a natural reaction...
The victim was Chihiro.
No, it's wrong!
I don't know how my character would
I'll
know
tell
this.
you what's so strange about that.
That's the thing here. I know, but
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who
Oh.
the victim was.
we knew we were missing someone, though, didn't we?
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a
This is
good
why I should have
answer,
done this on
I must admit.
one day.
Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with his attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him. If you get this wrong, buddy, you're dead anyway, so...
You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between the case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves he was responsible... hidden in there? Is hidden in there? Well, what could it be?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my life.
No, it's wrong.
I got that one now. If I'm gonna grab a sentence, I'm gonna go through it once first, I think.
Sure you have seen it before. Because you see that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Thank you. I'm about done time.
Extension cord?
How is that shocking to anyone?
Yucky. You've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Nope. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game.
Wait.
So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Alright, do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
We still have a mystery to solve.
And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Joe's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... But, yeah. Can I really just accept that what he said is the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something awful about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro
I
in
gained
the
more
girls'
hearts.
locker room, right?
That's good. I did the right
Are
thing.
you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
No,
How could
that's
the
not.
scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
She's been moved.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Yep.
Rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Posters. Hey, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, you've been so confident up till now. Maybe you never really realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been someplace else.
Move on without permission? What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
I didn't really move on though. We're still on that, you know.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Notice that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There's something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker room. Two things though. No, so what? Yeah. Well, fine then. I'm getting back my hearts.
Is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Yep.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of
Come
strange?
on.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
Good job.
a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
That's what I tried to point out.
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you? Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not. The stain was scrubbed away. It's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. There you go.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
So right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Furthermore, how did he know? This is why she always talked more to the boys. Broken e-handbook.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer after all.
It's not broken.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
Broken.
No, it's wrong.
Okay, so that's how you knew.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
I was just gonna comment on that too.
Isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Not using, just lending.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked her, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Jada was killing a girl's locker room and Becca's the one who did it, really. No, we already know, but still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you got to say?
Kind of agree.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This will make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Please still be talking out loud. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial has been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... It's in crime? Yep. Surprise, surprise!
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top
Oh
to
god,
bottom.
don't let me to
What are you
read.
trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
People too respectful.
Examine her
Oh my god.
carefully? Like using our hands?
Please.
No, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait!
Let him die next. I can't remember who does.
Probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
You
it's
looked
okay.
at her?
I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of
Oh my
secret
god.
girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all.
Wait.
Screwing around.
I don't know.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be
body.
sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring vividly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
a boy.
Ah, I see. So she...
You guys take this really, like, lightly.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? There you go.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Quítate de pipi.
It's really true?
What?
Chihiro was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Petite, oh,
Kyoko
petite
wanted to
males.
show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
I don't think you kept us waiting.
Learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes.
That's basically what I don't know.
I don't know his reason for
Is it
doing
you?
it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind. Why would it?
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that
Messing
does
up the
seem
thought of
plausible.
what gender it might have been,
Well,
I guess. I don't
must
remember.
Admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected.
Nope.
All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever, we still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya is the killer?
You're gonna make me answer.
Without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
It's a little too obvious of a thing, but I don't
When
know.
you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Nope, apparently not.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
If he didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that still isn't enough. I need to find some more clues. Celeste. Yeah, she got some items.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the
Stupid
killer,
question.
they would have said something on it.
Yeah.
Perhaps someone someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim?
Hmm?
The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Okay, only one new info is
Isn't
there.
there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing. Nobody can. I'm sure someone saw the kill.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Okay.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
I need to grab something then.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the
Victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Ah, there's only those three things, right?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, nobody can. I'm sure someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is any...
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man.
Game over.
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who?
Clues are one. Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the
Killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
No.
Game over, man.
game over?
No! Not game over! Isn't there a single clue?
Nobody can. I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is...
It's over.
It's all. You want to know who saw
The killer. And no.
Mhm.
No, that's wrong.
That doesn't really make sense for me, but...
If someone else did see the victim before.
Oh,
he
the
was
victim,
murdered.
yeah.
What do you think, Celeste?
I meant
Now that you
someone who
mention
saw the
it,
killer
yes,
before...
I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
There's only one
I
dress.
saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
What would the evidence of?
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better be going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him.
Sakura's comment.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Chihiro told someone about the thing,
Right?
but I don't remember
Which
who.
means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
I love her tie. I just love everything about her stuff. It's cool.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
but knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
Hmm?
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
It's not him, because who would work out with that guy?
If we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Maybe him? But I
As
don't
was
think so.
noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
They even have stuff to
Maybe,
get
but
something
we
with?
can make certain inferences if we
Doesn't
just
have any
take
tape?
the time to talk it out.
Flour? Alright.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
It was blue. Does your track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Make your argument. Celeste's account. Okay, so now you need to grab something.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Hmm?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
No.
This exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
What? She's right. What you just said now is really odd. How did you know something like that? What?
First of all, we know where
Wait.
Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise, so next
Okay.
we have to ask, why did he choose the specific
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He
Oh.
picked that tracksuit because
This guy.
it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
No, I can't attack this thing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. This exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard it. First of all, we know where he was on his way to go exercise, so next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit...
So, what you're... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I know, this exercising...
I have a white tracksuit personally.
I don't know. But he said he got it from the warehouse, that's the thing.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was. He was on his way, so next
I'm gonna try.
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one...
So, the killer was wearing my tracksuit.
I don't even... This exercising...
I have a white tracksuit personally.
No,
I
it
got
makes
it from
sense.
the warehouse, if you must know.
This is the thing I want to attack.
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
No way. Not a chance.
First of all, we know which he was on his way, so next we have to ask, why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one.
So, what you...
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit. My tracksuit is black.
Because exercising.
I have a white tracksuit first. I got it from the warehouse.
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
I don't know. I just tried something.
Shoot.
Oh, I don't get a second chance.
Is this really the end?
A shot, yeah.
I refuse to give up yet.
He just gave away that I'm not the victim. I'm not the killer. Well, we know, but I don't know.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading.
He was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro, he was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Shoot.
I'm just gonna try and do that with all of them.
So next bit, why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, the killer was wearing the same blue track. My tracksuit is black.
No, I don't want this.
I don't even because exercise.
I have a white track. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard it. First of all, we know where Chihiro,
He was on his way, so next we have to ask, why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, what the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even because exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any?
No way. Not a chance.
Okay.
First of all, he was on his way to go, so next bit, why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one that caught...
So,
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
my tracksuit.
I know because exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
I think I'm gonna try shooting his sentence normally again.
First of all, he was on his way, so next bit, why did he choose?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one...
So, what the killer was wearing the same... My tracksuit.
I don't even because exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Yeah, no, okay.
Shoot.
First of all, we know that Chihiro, he was on his way to go so next we have to ask, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, this?
I got it! It matched the one that...
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
I don't know. I...
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna trial and error, I guess. It's not gonna be anything she says,
First
so.
of all, we know where Chihiro was. He was on his way. So next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue track.
No, it's wrong.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Mm.
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuff a jacket in a duffel bag. And then I assumed he had it off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
You just...
That I didn't,
What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
I didn't catch that, no. I lost that
As a
on...
matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Oh, Mondo. No.
That can't be it.
Nope, it wasn't there.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only
Sherry.
possibility.
Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Ah, dude, we're gonna bike off into the sunset. Come
He
on.
was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Why didn't you say anything for now, buddy?
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She shuffled the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone. Why would you hide it, though?
Celeste noticed it. Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However,
Yeah, I didn't like the way he said his was
my
black.
target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate it. What? The way he talked? The way he was acting?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude.
Yeah.
Girls, it's chick.
That is, he said,
After
he
was
did say
killed,
dude.
You happen to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
I actually,
You're positively frightful.
I actually noticed that too, but
I'm
like,
not
okay.
the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone. You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
Just about turn on you.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
The suspicion of murder.
This is a false accusation.
Yeah, your bro is gonna be murdered, buddy.
Reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Eh?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
No, you said Celeste had something.
Kind of evidence.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
You got the handbook?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro. This was missing.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I found it.
Then it must hold some
Were?
clue about the culprit, right?
It's probably Leon's. But then the downstairs that's broken.
I was hoping, but it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Wanna come out? Wanna
You're right. They're not.
tag in on this one? Thank you.
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting its weak point.
I got it!
Yeah, but that
You
doesn't.
already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
Uh-huh.
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Well.
If I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not
Just
good.
put it on the rules.
Tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That
Chill.
layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Did Mono start this
Meaning the
like a
culprit
long time ago?
somehow knew its
the...
weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Mono was wearing his clothes inside the sauna when he was having his competition, which could suggest that also his e-handbook was on him. So maybe he took Leon's book, and the destroyed one by the door is actually his.
What if they found out by accident?
Is my thought.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
You're gonna make me pay, aren't I? Look into the sauna. Ought to be one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... you! Hello.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Just gonna ask, why did it take pausing time to
And when
guess
it was
that?
all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Look at his face. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of doubt. Okay. Is it the broken card reader?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
He young member. Buddy, good. Young leader, not just member.
Let's test Makoto's. If what he says is correct, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works...
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Leon.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
You already went over this, Sienna.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time?
Just
from the
make him
beginning.
show his book, right?
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Scrapbooking time? Yeah. Packing. She saw this thing. And she ran into the boys' locker room. This was the thing. Oh my god, this is so many things. Just put the bag in. Okay, let's just go to a place where I know what happened. I'm glad they gave me at least like 20 minutes to do this. Okay, this is... Okay, the posters are already there. Wait, what? They went into the girls' locker room. They picked up the thing, they stood with it, they hit, blood splattered. The blood got on the stuff. I don't know what this means much. This is at least the last thing. No. Oh, this one is difficult. Okay, he put it into the room. Went to the boys' locker room. It's not the same door. Hello. Danganronpa, blood splattered. Hit that thing? I took down the thing. Picked up. Okay, it was after he came in, he saw the body. Well, this was already written. No. Took down that thing. Wait, left? Let's just check this.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
I'm not 100% sure about this.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse.
It sounds
correct?
like explaining what happened to the bag, but okay.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay, I guess I got this one wrong then. Nah. Okay, they used the card to get in.
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though she made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was a
This one? I don't know what this one displays.
Here's exactly what happened. With bag in hand, she made her way. How could the victim, who was a
Nah. Went to the locker room. Oh my god.
The killer is you!
You already said that! Oh my god.
She made it. How could the... Simple. Because she was really a
Give him
thief,
clicking.
which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed a nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling out the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Damn it. It's so weird that they can just, like, this thing, turn the table like, oh wait, hold on. You were the murderer. No.
I refuse to give up yet.
It's gonna reset me here? Probably. Yeah, that's fine. This one. She went into this place. And was accepted in. And then they lifted the dumbbells. Splat all over the lady's face. They rolled up the carpet and took down the poster. Not the dumbbell. I still don't know what this is. He wrote the thing. He hooked her up. Maybe. Yeah, he has it in his hand. There first. Then he wrote it. And around the last page was already up. He went into the girls' locker room, put her down. He got a new card. Nah, they already got there. Left the room? This doesn't fit in there, but yeah, to get rid of the card. That makes more sense. Okay.
Exactly what happened.
Let's try this.
First, last night at the
Okay, we already know this is correct.
with that, she would have simple, which is why he once inside. It seems
I just hold the spam button. No, the fast forward, I mean. Okay.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
They picked her up. Then got into the girls' room, put her down. It's like, okay, my job is done. Empty room?
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why then remove.
I have so much difficulty getting this one. It wasn't the dumbbell. It wasn't the door. It's not the poster. It's not this thing. I do not. When they headed to the girls' room and got in there.
The killer is you. Which is why then.
Okay, then sure.
And finally carrying the corpse.
It's probably opening the door. It's not the empty room or something. I don't know.
A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. The killer is you! After all, it's using...
The rest, I think, makes sense.
Here's exactly what happened. After all, using...
Yay!
And that's exactly
They didn't move the
how
stuff before they moved her. Him. They?
The carpet and the poster they brought with them. They got to work.
Okay, the rest I think it should make sense.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
No! No! This is the last page. What? I was so sure of that one.
I refuse to give up yet.
I was so sure about that one. Okay, locker. I can, yeah. I used the card to get into the men's locker room. And they picked up the dumbbell. And they smacked and it flew across the room. And he picked up that and he picked up the poster. And then they went to the girl's room and he put up the poster. And then he came in with his cable. Just cable in Norwegian. I was trying to say stupid English, but it didn't work. He took that and then he wrote the stuff on the wall. Definitely hit the floor. Okay. Left.
The killer is you.
Is my only guess here. For some reason, this trial has been horrible. I've been doing so bad. I like that it doesn't just game over on me, but still. And I really like this style of things, just sometimes it's not really obvious of what's actually happening. Well, it didn't start by hitting the floors. It's one of them. It's nothing else here, right? So it wasn't the card. It's not the door. Left the room.
Here's exactly what happened. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having
the
already
sauna.
disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings,
Yeah.
arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy
I
the
thought
last
that-
piece of evidence.
I mixed that up.
Chihiro's handbook.
This is on, yeah. I should have gotten that one. God damn it.
And just as the killer
That doesn't look
the steam
like an
sauna was
Ihan
enough
book.
to ruin the electronic gadget.
The black thing does, but the white thing
Somehow,
doesn't.
The killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Romance is not gonna work out, guys. I'm sorry. Boom!
Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Just took me a couple of accusations. Death threats, but it's less.
Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Notice that Mano is the killer that already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the book. Oh my. Stop adding things! About fever time and nega time? Doing a bullet time battle. You press the key. Yeah. Fever time will activate, and then the tempo will be forced to its max. No, that was the break one. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push right mouse button, left mouse button, right mouse button. How do you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault? Okay. So only lasts until your free regard runs out. So make the best use of this time. Okay. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got the access to special alert. What? There's something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega drive during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate free time at this point, no. Never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I'm so worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, gotcha. I don't remember what click is what click though.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. And you listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. Show me some evidence. Prove it.
No, just clicked. Why am I? Okay, yeah, well, yeah, true.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
You don't gotta do that. Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oh, okay. I do not deserve an A. I failed too many times. I guess it kind of resets when I fail.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank!
Oh my god.
Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What?
Oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it's so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro was Mondo. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Someone chose the wrong answer. You're threading very close to the danger zone, mister. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe that there's no way you could kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can just hit the control key and fast forward to the text. I want to hear. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro. He had an extremely inferior complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into the weakness to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, nobody will be able to say anything about even thought you were a boy. No matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in the shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside him and was not so easy weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak. Once the killing game had begun at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fate. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you won't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone feared being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things as they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when everyone says, even though you're a boy, it'll be okay. It'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. It sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promise were. So Shihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of strong man that Shihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give some courage. So he went and asked Mondo for help to become strong. That's not Chihiro saying that, telling that. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? What did he? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he had made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because we didn't know it was a villain. Because if everyone knew he had been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his e-book. See? Then Mando did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro? Who he had also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Make me repeat myself.
To judge others by your own standards in the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you the embarrassing memory? That secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mando did? He killed his own brother.
I remember he was saying his brother was dead. I did not remember that though.
Mando, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mando's older brother name was this thing. Mando had nothing but respect for him. It was because of him that Mando ever got into on a motorcycle. Mando's brothers was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mando could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mando was the epitome of the starry-eyed, kind kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. He, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mando. In the beginning, everything was peach and gravy. Peaches. But when Mando started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mando's very soul. And the kid's gonna take over for him, huh? He's creating this gang with his bare hands. Mando's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mando heard the gossip and whispers from the other members of the gang, which is why...
I gotta get stronger than him. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win. I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of the amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mando challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with a reckless abandon, eager for a victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... the brother jumped in front of him.
Laying his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Well, of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but he never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what You gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who's bested his big brother. The brother was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That because the explanation of what happened, Mando's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
And yet... As soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear it would have no problem shedding light on this secret. Mano kill his older brother. We already went through this. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. I don't blame him for the death. Like, he went into ongoing traffic. The brother jumped in the way to save his life. It was anyone's game in that sense. Like, the brother could have not stepped in and let Mondo die instead. He didn't force his brother to... I don't feel, at least, like he didn't force his brother. He just wanted to win a race. And wanted to do anything that could make that happen. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I... Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness. And just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus. I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me all of this all of a sudden? Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you know... You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell you.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me. Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something start to creak. Something inside my head. Why did he want me... What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure into my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you. And stronger than him. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Oh no. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side of him from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him! You see? We're all just like him. For a secret from the past. For a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead! Say that again, I dare you! Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is that what I want to say? But, unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Because the time for punishment is fast approaching. Punishing? You mean execution? That is the problem. But I promise you, right? The blackened that disturb the peace will be punished. Hold on. Oh my god. Fully Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Game over. Mondo has been found guilty. The time for punishment is now. Cage of death. It's so flat. It's just something ridiculous about that. He's just gone. Want the butter. Oh my god. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be my brother. Another murder, another execution. I want to flee again. Everyone's lives are taking so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. So much liquid going from his face. Astaka's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But he... of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. You're completely insane, you know that. A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Two of our friends. Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that.
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mano's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room. Just when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mano coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? You saw the killer move person? No. He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea what he had seen. That I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would leaven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, I decided to use that to create a fake murder scene.
But
Yeah, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. And of course, he'd turn and look me in the eyes. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing through into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Huh? What?
you.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? You like them. But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair. What do you mean? 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 Mean. Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor. And then everything will be revealed to me. Oh, the noble son, now a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up. I would never stoop to that level of a childless criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In his words, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper! Sounds like someone needs a nap. Well, it is nighttime after all, isn't it? Monokuma laughter plead across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fears and despairs kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Girl went down and killed.
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
I don't want to remake you. Who is it? The 16th high school student. I mean...
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
I'm confused. Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. Complete. The end. Thank God. How long? Almost 4 hours. Down to 10. Still too many to voice. I got his jacket. Oh no. Yes, I want to save. 2 of a kind.
I know I shouldn't cry, but
Just finish up this little sequence there.
I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts? I need to eat some donuts. That will cheer me up. Wait, are we her now? Okay, let's just get to the place where we're moving around again. Glazed donuts, twisted donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donuts, whole donut holes. Okay. A good old donut. I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule, but right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. What's that sound? It sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse.
But
I'm super scared, but Is someone there? Oh yeah. But we're gonna end it there though. That, yes, I remember that. I knew Chihiro wasn't done yet. I knew it. I have so many coins. But yeah, no, we're gonna end it here. I remember that because I remember like she were gonna do some hacking stuff or something. She, I don't know what to call them. They wanted to let their secret out, so let's say he. Yeah, I remember he was still a part of this, like later on with hacking and stuff. I remember he was hacking. It didn't make much sense in the case that they were dead and gone forever. So yeah. But I am going to end it here though, because I've been live for 3 3/4 hours now. My voice is shot and it's 2 at night, so I'm gonna take my leave here. So thank you everyone so much for watching here, and thank you Hado for stepping by, and thank you Hench Twice, I don't know, for following, and thank you everyone else for watching as well. I'm gonna be back again tomorrow as always, and I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everybody. Bye everyone. Good night. Sleep tight.